So I've waited a long time, but I finally got my EXO-6 Sulu from Mirror Mirror. EXO-6 is a little bit in the doghouse with me right now. I don't like the way they released the Kirk from the motion picture. Um, I did order it from a company, but I have yet to get any kind of information on when and if it's coming. So I'm not going to hold my breath. But EXO-6 is going to have to kind of redeem themselves because I'm more wondering whether I even want more figures on my shelf. So this is my first Sulu. Uh, they did create a quantum mechanics Sulu, but I didn't get it. It wasn't for lack of trying. I did pre-order it, and it is one of only two figures that I ordered from Big Bad Toy Store that got canceled. So I don't know what happened. It was the last figure, the last Star Trek figure put out by Quantum Mechanics. So maybe they were getting out of the game and just decided, I don't know, to produce it in low numbers and didn't deliver enough. But by the time it was canceled, it was already on the secondary market, and I wasn't going to pay the inflated price. So this is the quantum mechanics figure, and so there's the facial sculpt, and it looks a little bland, a little blank. Was not I since I don't own it, I can't say what it looks like in person, but it doesn't look like the best of the sculpts from this series of figures. And I'll tell you what, you look at that, you might think that that's a still shot from the TV show. Particularly Kirk and Spock. They look fantastic. This sculpt, I like this. I think that's really good. Very expressive. He's got the scar there along the side, fairly subtle, but that's what he looks like. That's really good. Here's a picture of the box, and that's another one where if you didn't know it was a sculpt, you might think that that's actually George Takei, and I do love George Takei. He's the only, other than William Shatner, he's the only member of the cast uh, remaining alive. And he had quite a life. If you look into George Takei, he was in an internment camp and after Pearl Harbor. He was in one of my favorite episodes of The Twilight Zone. He's a very interesting fellow. I love George Takei, but I do like this figure a lot more than the Spock. Here's the Spock. I think part of the problem is, I don't know, I think that the jacket is ill-fitting. I don't think it does him justice. I don't like the boots. I don't like the boots here. They're very soft. Um, I think they should have gone with something firmer. That's my opinion on it. But other than that, I think it looks quite good. The arms, I don't know, maybe they're a little long, but they look a lot better. It's a different suit. It's not a suit like here or a jacket. It's more similar to the fabric of the regular costume, the regular outfit. So I think it looks a lot better. I wish I had the regular Sulu to go along with it, but this is my only Sulu. Then I guess that's what I have is this Sulu. It the box again reminds me that this is definitely somehow an offshoot of quantum mechanics because they're using the same graphics. The box design is extremely similar. So my guess is that they just kind of maybe did an offshoot, or maybe the designer paid money to get the graphics. But the two characters that obviously they haven't had yet is Uhura and Chekhov. I think arguably you could throw Nurse Chapel in there too. She's probably the next most famous character from the show. It's a shame that I've ordered the Spock, and that will make three Spocks that I own, and no Uhura and no Chekhov. So I get why they do that. It's the same reason that companies that make Street Fighter figures make 1,000 Ryus, Kens, and Chun Li's because they will sell the best. So, but hopefully someday I'll be able to fill out my roster with the additional characters. But I'm much more pleased with this one than I was with Spock. Spock's not bad. I don't know. The weird thing is I think that this is more accurate to Leonard Nimoy's face, and yet I still like the quantum mechanics face better, which is kind of strange. I'm not sure why that is. He has a extremely distinctive face, so it's hard to get that correct. In the Mirror Mirror, Sulu was wearing some makeup, and he had that evil grin on his face. He was pretty nasty in there. Spock was actually not that bad. He was kind of cruel, but in the end turned out to be not that bad. Sulu, on the other hand, was pretty terrible. he was bad. So Spock's a little bit taller. I think in reality he probably was even more taller. So, but we have, again, just like with Spock, we have a magnetic knife that attaches here. We have a phaser, a communicator, and then additional hands. So pretty much standard for what you get. I do like the magnet. It holds extremely well, and the knife will come out. It just goes right on, holds on there really well. So I'm not sure how many more of these figures I'm going to get, because I'm running out of room. So the one shelf that they're on is almost completely out of room, and I do have this pre-ordered, so that will be yet another figure for my shelf. So if they start coming out with I don't know, figures from another episode or figures from another movie, I'm going to have to start weighing more heavily whether I'm going to get these or not. I think that these probably will appreciate nicely in value. They are very lovely figures, well made. But I just need to figure out whether I have the room for more of these. I do like the fact, I think that EXO-6 does a good job with the boxing. The boxes are easy to get into, and they don't overuse space. They're pretty good with usage of space, so that is nice. So anyway, I recommend this figure. I like it. I'm not sure if it's sold out now. I think on EXO-6, let's see. I think it says, yeah, immediate purchase. So sounds like it's not sold out. If you go on here on this, it's all sold out. It says, let's see, let's go back. Kirk sold out, Spock sold out. So they created these in limited amounts. So you might be able to just go out and pick these up if you'd like them. So anyway, that's Sulu from EXO-6, the episode Mirror Mirror.